All right, so now that you're a little bit more familiar with the logic and form settings, let's take a deeper dive into the package pricing and discounts. So I'm going to briefly cover discounts, and then I'm going to dive into the package pricing because that's the more complicated setup. So first, you've got bundle discounts. Now, this was our answer to package pricing before we actually had package pricing implemented. And this is very simple. You set a discount amount and you set a minimum number of services. So if a customer chooses 2, you can move it to 3, 4, 5, whatever it is. Let's keep it at 2. That's most common. You give a discount % off. And this could be, whatever you want, but it's pretty common to go between 5, 10, 15% if customers book 2 or more services. Next is the customer discounts. These are things like military discount, elderly, and you can see here I've added these in here, military and elderly, each 10%. You have the option to turn on discount stacking. This would be basically allow a customer to get multiple discounts. So if they're in the military, they get 10%. If they're in the elderly, they get another 10%. Now you can also add holiday type or seasonal type of promotions here, where you could go like spring discount or Memorial Day discount or something like that, and you could add 5%, 10%, whatever you want it to be. And then again, if stacking's turned on, person who goes through there and they get a really, really good deal, it's obviously increases the likelihood they're going to go with you. And then don't forget, you can think about this long term. A customer comes in on this 30% deal, then, depending on how your system is, how good it is, you turn them into a lifetime customer. And now next year, maybe they still get the elderly discount, but they're paying a little bit more because the discount's no longer in effect, right, for this year. Anyhow, that's the discounts. Now for the fun part, which is the good, better, best pricing system. Now, the way this starts is it starts up here. You have to turn it on. And then give it a name, package pricing, and then set a minimum eligible services. This is one thing that can trip a lot of people up when you're setting it up. Is this may be set to 2, and if you only test it on one service, it may not show up. So you want to make sure that you have this set to 1 if you're just testing it with one service. Give it a description. Basically, tell your customers the difference between the pricing packages. Here's where you're going to give them a name. The standard is good, better, best. You could change this to whatever fits your brand more. So, bronze, silver, gold, all-star, superstar, and platinum star, or whatever you want to call it that fits in with your brand. Give each one a description, or you can just simplify this and keep this empty. Then you've got your multipliers. So good is generally going to be your standard rate for whatever the service is. Let's say house washing in this example. Better would be the middle package, and you set a percentage more. So in this case, it's 15%, and then best is 30%. So this is a little bit of a different way of looking at it. If you've never set something like this up before, looking at it on a percentage base for your different packages. And then it's a little bit, maybe if you've never done it before, it also may be a bit uncomfortable to do it this way. But this is what we found the easiest, simple way to set up that actually works, and you can build a system around. So in this case, I have house wash service enabled. This is the same service that I've been working on in the previous guide videos. You can see once you add a service, it'll have you set the good, better, best for each specific service. So in this case, it's house washing, but a user might select gutter cleaning, window cleaning, and you could have good, better, best options for those services as well. But in this case, it's just going to be house washing. I've got the standard package, which is just a basic house wash. Better is going to include windows and sidewalks. And then best is going to include oxidation removal and fallout. This is just a simple overview guide. This is just give you like an idea. You can build this out however works best for you. Now let me go ahead and click save. And I'm going to go test this out. House wash service, 1500, aluminum, split level, full house, get pricing only. And now you can see this package pricing. Now this design needs to be updated, which could bring me into my next step here. Well, it's going to be in a couple steps, but I think I actually will update this design just so we can see this better. But as you can see, we've got good, 350, better, 402, and best, 555. We do have a top 10% discount turned on, which takes the price from 389 to at 350. And guys, this is all just about like psychological, like price anchoring and then creating an offer that is enticing. So you've got different pricing options. You're not giving a person one option, you're giving them a la carte, more like controlled option. You can see here, house washing, you can see basic house wash, remove algae, and new bullet point. This one has exterior window cleaning, front patio, front walkway, and then this one has removal of dark stains below soffits and black streaks from gutters. When you select a package, it's going to auto update, and discounts can still apply. So you got $459, takes it down to $409, $346. So you can see like the psychological like value add that this adds by having, you know, somebody who happens to be military and they're like, oh wow, this is an incredible deal. Now again, you may want to turn stacking off, or you could just turn discounts off entirely. You still got the ability for upsells. So the good, better, best doesn't take away from that. Although depending on how you structure this, you may not want to have upsells show if you're using the good, better, best. Maybe you do. I mean, it's totally up to how you want to do it. But that's how to set that up. At this point, I will say it is a little bit complicated working through it. But if you give it enough time, you can definitely get something built out here.